So I found this video the other day about how sprint is actually a good thing in Halo Infinite, and in Halo in general. I disagree, but maybe I'm wrong, so let's watch the video and find out.
Notice how in Halo 5 you're restricted to an animation the entire time, whereas in Halo 2 you can shoot, throw grenades, even turn 360 degrees, all while moving at top speed.
No shots to Philip Gann here. These arguments would have been great 10 years ago for Halo Reach and Halo 4. But if you're still sharing this around today and you still believe this is how sprint works, then you are spreading misinformation and this needs to stop.
Alright, what do you mean by spreading misinformation? Are we like some kind of like Halo fake news outlet if we say that sprint is affecting gameplay in Halo Infinite and in Halo 5? What the fuck? It's just a fucking video game.
As a simple example, let's replay that sequence while shooting, nading, reloading, and getting to the end destination faster.
So in the clip he just showed, he didn't really sprint all that much. He mostly used the slide and the Spartan thruster, but he didn't really sprint. I think he just sprint for like a short bit.
Sprinting does not restrict your ability to shoot. You can shoot instantly out of sprint with the Magnum just by shooting out of sprint.
Okay, you can go in and out of sprint with the Magnum, but you cannot hold down the trigger with an AR or any other automatic or with the plasma pistol and sprint at the same time. You just can't. The truth is that you just cannot shoot and move at full speed at the same time if sprint is in the game.
Also, don't ignore the slide. By sprinting and slide jumping, you can maintain sprint speed and shoot at the same time. And it's nearly omnidirectional as well, so you can slide jump out right and shoot, sprint, slide jump out left and shoot. You can also slide jump and turn around and shoot backwards if you want to.
Halo is not necessarily about this, oh yeah, we gotta be super fast and mobile and sliding around and flying in the air. No, Halo is more of a boots-on-the-ground game. I mean, sure, you can jump really high, and you can run faster than normal, but I feel like the simple movement is part of what makes Halo, Halo, and overcomplicating that just muddies the gameplay. And don't just take my word for it. Look at the maps and how they're designed. Well, specifically the weapons on the maps. Now, I noticed that he's using the map Truth from Halo 5, which only has 4 guns. Well, 3 guns, plus the energy sword. So, 4 weapon pickups total. Why do the maps from Halo 5 only have 4 weapon pickups, when the same map from previous games had 7 weapon pickups? Much more weapon variety, don't you think? Now you could say, oh, Noble, that's just a coincidence that Halo 5's maps have less weapons than Halo 2's. However, what's not a coincidence, and this is a direct result of sprint and clamber being in the game, is that maps have to be stretched out both vertically and horizontally to accommodate that players have the ability to sprint and clamber at any given time. Philip Gann addresses these arguments in the video that you showed at the beginning of your video, but you don't address these arguments that, oh, sprint and clamber basically stretch the map design to accommodate these abilities, so basically nullifying their effects. What did you say about misinformation and spreading it? I don't remember. Anyway, let's continue.
Sprinting and sliding can be used aggressively, and this speeds up the pace of combat. Think about it. In classic Halo, how do you peak challenge? You can walk out, you can jump challenge out, right? Even if you increase base movement speed, these options are still the same, but with a sprint slide jump, you can aggressively challenge out at a faster speed and use it as an attack.
What's more aggressive? Doing some fancy parkour, then shooting, or just jumping out and shooting? The part of what makes Halo's gameplay interesting is not necessarily your movement options, but your weapon options. On Midship, the same map, like just think about how differently that section plays out based on which weapon you have. It varies differently, and we're not even mentioning grenades and how that can be used. You don't even need to pop out. You can just throw a grenade and bounce it off a wall, and that will probably do enough damage, and then you can aggressively attack. You don't need to have these fancy movement movement abilities just to make the game fast or fun.
In the end of the day, Halo Infinite's going to have sprint, and I understand that regardless of what I say, it's not for everyone. My only point with this video is don't just assume it's going to affect gameplay in the same way that it did 10 years ago. Instead, look at it as it was very flawed in the beginning, and it's been improving for over 10 years, to the point where today, I'd say it adds a ton of value to Halo's gameplay.
Sure, sprinting in Halo has improved over time, but I still don't think it adds a ton of value to Halo's gameplay. In fact, you really didn't address sprinting as a mechanic. You were more just showing off your little slide jump or whatever. That's not sprinting, that's a different mechanic altogether. That's all for this video. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, leave your hate comment why you think I suck dick. Until next time, see you motherfuckers later.